Hey, it's that time again, and it is the Weekly Espresso. I'm Dustin. I'm with the Dustin LeBlue CEO podcast.
And I am Austin, and we are here to give you guys your weekly dose of positivity. So, Dustin, we are actually going to be speaking about
competition and why you should embrace your competition. You should not sit there and worry about your competition. You should actually be thankful for your competition.
Exactly. So, you know what? We're going to take the negativity out of competition, and we're going to find the positives. But to start it off.
So here's the deal. I've got a few companies, actually, quite a few, but some of the companies that I have, like in one in particular, we actually make our competition's products. So we actually help our competition. Do you think that actually hurts us? No, it doesn't, because I know what my companies can do. We know what our companies can do, and we put our time into that. And we know if we keep that positive mindset and really push through and do what we know best, our companies are going to do great. So we don't sit there and copy other people.
Exactly. And, like with that company in particular, it was actually, it was the result of your competition.
Correct.
In essence, it was literally the byproduct of your competitors, which is awesome.
Yeah, it was the byproduct of actually like our other competitors that are worried so much about us. So what happened to them is they really went downhill because they were so worried about what we were doing. Well, I never think that way. I always think to myself, how can I make my companies better? How can I affect other people in a positive light? Not how can I bring them down to make myself look better? And I think that's where a lot of people have messed up. And a lot of people, you'll see them talk about it. They're always worried about gossip and what others are doing. And it's very just toxic. There's no reason to play that game when you can be taking all that time that you're doing, spending on gossiping on other companies and trying to mimic them, when you could be doing your own thing and spending that time on focusing on what you can do great.
Exactly, man. And it's a great example because in today's, industry, I've seen a lot of people, look at our companies and specifically ask, what are you guys doing different that allows you to succeed and grow at this pace that you are? And you know what? It's funny because you step back and you look, and the difference between you and them is that they're more focused on the industry's people and their mess ups, or what are they doing, or how is their product different, but they're not concerned with their own brand. They're just kind of going on autopilot and, just throwing stuff out there instead of actually concentrating on it and putting out quality products.
Yeah. And when they are concentrating on their own brand or their own job or whatever the case may be, they're looking at it from the perspective of someone else and what they've done. So what they're actually doing is they're limiting themselves. They're limiting them. They put a cap on what they can do because they're like, oh, I want to be like this guy. Well, why not be the one guy who's done it this way? Why not have that mindset? Why not be the one guy who's done it differently than everybody that everybody has to mimic?
Dude, you know what? Like the banner on IG, be you, be great, be original. You know what? Have your own product and not a copy of somebody else. I think that's one of the major keys as well. But on to the next one.
Yeah, I think that actually what you hit was be you, be great. I think that's really the big thing. You have to have that inner confidence, and don't mistake this for being arrogant. I mean, it's really, you have to know what you're good at, focus on the things that you're good at, and really drive those home and stay true to those and not let the competition really affect you. Because the outside competition seems to affect a lot of people. And to me, I don't really understand that personally. It doesn't really bother me at all. Like, I never go home at night and go, oh man, so-and-so did this, I better do this. It just doesn't. I do my own thing. That's the way it works.
Yeah. Your mindset is, let's see how we can do better. Let's see how our product or our service can be better than the competition's. Not how can I mimic the competition's product that's doing good. You want to know how your product can be better. And you make it better, which a lot of people are not doing. You know what? Yeah. I see it on Facebook more than anything. You know what? I'll see people, downing another company, or somehow they just always have the inside intel about what's going on with someone else's business. And I'm like, am I back in high school? Like, I feel like I've taken a step back and I'm watching like teenagers bicker and argue over simple things when, you know what? It's not worth the time. It's just not.
It's not worth the energy. Look at all the energy you're spending putting that time into somebody else's really either success or failure. Why do you you shouldn't even have to worry about either. If somebody's successful, be happy for them. Be happy for them. But then maybe you can take a few things of what they've done, but you can ultimately have your own mindset and have your own visions and things like that, and be the greatest that you can be, and take your company to the next level to where it's just something that's never been done. I think that's the cool thing. And it's like creating experiences, not just creating a product or a movie. Like in our situation, I love to create experiences, because I know an experience is so much better than just a product or a movie, because when somebody goes to watch the movie or goes to buy a product, there's something in there that tells them a story almost before they buy the product. And I think that's special.
And that's what you've learned, from being in the industry. And that's, what you can thank the competition for that, because they didn't do it for you, but you learned from what they haven't done. Correct. You observed what they hadn't done, and you made it, you capitalized off of it, which it's smart. You're giving the people something that they haven't had.
It's really not even smart, man. It's just common sense.
Yeah. That's
the thing, is everybody, it's just really, it's I guess our brain, like we're just looking to something that is easy. And it really is easy if you just do it your own way.
Exactly.
You don't have to just copy.
I mean, dude, I would say thank the competition, for setting a bar on what you have to do better in Eclipse, and ultimately, set the standard. They can set a bar, but you need to set the standard. You need to be the standard. And that, that's what the competition's always there for. It's not to look at and, get all upset or mimic or anything. You want to look at it and do better, which God, I'm going to end up repeating myself and saying this 9 different ways, but you have to drive the point home to people.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. It's like, I think it's hard for most people to do that, but that's what we're telling you. You've got to get out of that mindset. Go into the weekend with this mindset of being you, being great, taking your company to the next level, taking your job to the next level, taking your family to the next level. Like, you don't want to just mimic other people. Like, really be you, be okay with you. Honestly, learn from you. That's really it.
Dude, I like it. Deep stuff right there. But in the end, learn from the competition. You've heard Dustin say it. You know what? Learn from yourself and ultimately just be great. But anyway, I think that's pretty much like the positive punch for this week.
There's nothing more positive than like saying thank your competition. Who says that?
I don't think you see anybody really say thank you to the competition.
Hey, we're saying thank you to the competition. We love it. It excites me, honestly. It excites me. So it should excite you. Everything about competition should excite you. You should be able to learn from yourself, learn from others, and just honestly kick ass.
Exactly. But anyway, guys, that is this week's Weekly Espresso. So take this positivity into the weekend, mold it into your life.
I like the way you say espresso. Sorry, I like the way you said espresso. Say it again.
Like, what was it all radio? Was it all politically correct? Was it like espresso?
Oh man, that's good.
Just getting into it.
That's positive. When Austin says espresso, it's positive.
Yeah. So we may just have a podcast where I just say espresso in multiple voices. Yeah. But anyway, guys, you get the point. Anyway, take it in your life. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Stay positive, and we will catch you all next week.
Let's rock this.
See you guys.